So it's Saturday morning and I've arrived in Waddington where I'm teaching my trance mentorship group for the weekend. So back for a second day teaching my trance mentorship group this weekend, and it's all quiet actually because I'm here a little bit early just to spend some time sitting and preparing energetically for what we're going to do today. But it's interesting and just something that kind of occurred to me yesterday is that sense of the importance of community and the importance of being able to share time and to share space with people who are on the same journey as you. And the destination might be the same, it might be the same place that we're all aiming for, or sometimes the destinations might be slightly different. But being able to spend time and to share thoughts and ideas, also sometimes to share challenges, and to have people hold space for you and for you to hold space to other people. I think those moments when we're together, when we are together with those people who are there to support us, to encourage us, to empower us because they understand, because they're aiming and moving in the same direction, those are the moments that our soul starts to sing, and the inspirations, the intuition, the knowledge and the unfolding of who we are. Sometimes these moments are the catalysts that help us to move through a challenge, to help us move to the next stage, to help us gain a greater sense of understanding of our path, but also a greater sense of understanding of who we are. So, you know, making time and finding time to be with the people who really light you up and empower you and are there for you is something that's really important. It's an expanding into the learning that we're doing process, actually. Yeah? That's what it's all about. And the more that we work, the more we expand into the potential and the possibilities of the way that we're working. And then that whole process will become a little bit more streamlined and a little bit more certain for us. But as your energy starts to expand and as you start to expand into the opportunity for different potentials, it's about seeing actually who are you at this moment, where are you at this moment, therefore what potential within your ability to work with trance is right for you and right for the team that you're working with. Where are you best placed to support and to do what Spirit wants to do? So we're here on a very rainy Monday and I've come along to have a coffee and a tea cake and to get my workbook out, my journal out, and to make sure I've got my work plan nailed down for the next few months. So I'm just here in Cafe Nero and I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee and a tea cake, and I'm going to nail down my work plan. And not so much in terms of the work that I'm doing in my work. So I've got weekends that are planned out for teaching and various other commitments, and they're all in there and they're nailed down. But it's the work that I need to do on my work. So what I need to achieve over the next 3 to 4 months, and I need to make sure that I've got those objectives and those actions nailed down, and I've also got time planned in to do them. When I look back over the last few years of my life, it's really apparent that July and August are a time of creativity for me, They're a time when lots of ideas come to the fore. I seem to have the opportunity, the availability of time and the availability of energy to do a lot of work on myself, connect to myself and allow a lot of those inner things that are going on to start to come forward in a more tangible way. As I start to move into September, what I generally find is that I'm incredibly busy. So from September right through to the middle of December, I have so much work going on and I have so many things that are happening and that I need to do to actually work in my business and to work with people, that it's really, really important that I have the discipline in place to make sure that I can not only achieve those, but that I also have the physical, mental and emotional energy to work at my optimum through those months, but that I also have other aspects and other objectives and actions that I need to nail down. Because when you're really busy and when life is really busy, and when your work is really busy, the things that you need to do that are not directly involved in what you are doing, it becomes really easy to let those slip. And then what happens is a few months down the line, you get into this process of, well, I haven't done this and I meant to do that, and that's not helpful and it's not productive and it doesn't support your energy and it also doesn't support the energy of the people that you're working with. So it's really important for me to have a discipline in place over these next 4 months. And for some reason, I'm not quite sure why it works like that. It must be something to do with the astrology of the moment. And I do follow astrology, but I don't know a huge amount about it. But I'm a double Gemini, so I was born on the 21st of June, but I have the Sun, I have the Moon, I have Venus, and I have Mercury, all in Gemini at the time of my birth, which apparently makes me a double Gemini. But it's really interesting when I look back over the past few years, I can recognise that aspect of July and August about going into myself and allowing that creativity, that connection with spirit to really come forth. Then as I move into September through to December, it's really productive, it's really busy, there are lots happening. That's also when change starts to take place in my own work and I start to bring new ideas and new things that I've thought about into being. And then January through to about the end of May, beginning of June, is a time when there's lots of flex, so lots of things are stepping away as the new things that I've created start to come into being. But these next 4 months are incredibly busy for me. So I need to get stuff nailed down, I need to know what I'm doing so that I have a plan in place and so that I can achieve the things that I know I need to achieve, but I can also do it with the right energy mentally, emotionally and physically. It's a gorgeous evening. Been a bit of a nip in the air, but so lovely to have that sunshine around. And as I've been cycling, you can smell fresh muck everywhere. It's that feeling, that sense of smell you get when lots of muck has been turned over and lots of the fields around here have been ploughed. And I always really like to see and have that sense of a ploughed field, because it gives me that sense of the ground being turned over and the ground being ready for something new to be planted.